Right, another stream. It's a nice Friday stream. Not gonna work too hard today. Might even keep it a shorter stream, actually. I'm gonna just keep working on making some stream assets sort of thing with SVG stuff in Clojure. That'll be pretty much the whole plan. So I'm gonna tweet out the fact that I'm streaming and get to it. All right. Streams and videos. Okay. Let's see here. All right, I think it is time. All right. Let's do one of these. There it is. There it is. I also, I think I successfully installed the latest FreeCAD, though I'm not entirely sure. There's no FreeCAD found, for example, so I don't know where this FreeCAD exists. That's the weird thing. Probably this would help. Oh. Oh, maybe it didn't install. I see. Let's see here. Ah, this is a problem for another time. I shall work on some stream assets. Okay. Do I have any ideas? That is my question. I'm thinking about ideas for stream assets. And I'll be honest, I'm having a hard time coming up with ideas. I think let's start with something like oops. Okay, so first thought, only thought, related to, let's see here, camera overlay. Let's do something like this. Let's split. Can't split. Oh, right. There we go. Isometric projection was a thing I kind of had working some time ago, and I'm trying to remember where I saved that stuff. So let's see if I can find that. Is it scripts? It might be scripts. Let's see. This doesn't work. Love it. Okay. Yeah, all of this stuff here is related to what I'm thinking of, which is taking a set of points, so polygons, and transforming them in a 3D space and then reprojecting it back to 2D so it looks like you've got it rotated in an isometric way, and then using that to build a sort of sliced render of a 3D object. That could be kind of a cool thing, maybe. Could also do stuff like this. If I let's do something. Oh, cube. Oops. Let's make this in FreeCAD here. Hey Mike, happy Friday to you too. Hope you're doing well today. Oh, this is weird. This is rendering strange. There we go. It should be fine. Oh, we got like a clipping plane or something. That's okay. No big deal. I don't know why that is rendering that way, but so be it. Yeah. Are you having a happy Friday, Mike? I hope so. I've been trying to figure out how I can add little how I can get back into a more organized workflow in general. So I was researching apps and little different techniques people use and systems and stuff like that, trying to see what I can change to be a little more proactive about my productivity stuff. You got a pretty chill Friday. How'd the rest of Thursday's stream go? It went well. I didn't stream for too much longer. I'll admit I was running out and am still running out of creativity for the week, apparently. I'm just kind of spinning my wheels a bit, trying to come up with something. And so we'll just have to see what comes out of the work today. But I'm not going to give myself too much pressure on a nice Friday when, you know what, there's always the next day. There's always time to make a plan. But feeling pretty good these days. So, can't complain. That's the truth of it. I'm trying to see how I can easily export an SVG of this object. Creativity, like I need ideas for things to do. Yeah, a little bit. Like, I know in general I want to make my stream look a little cooler, a little more professional. I know I want to use some SVG code to do that, but the ideas of how to achieve that goal are eluding me. The only ideas I have are related to yesterday, like the animation stuff, as well as like, so that's one bit of things, but I want to, I don't know, I want to make this screen, like the background is, it's cool because it was programmatically generated, but it's really simple. But I kind of want to incorporate, I don't know, I want to make it look a little more substantive than just these diagonal lines, you know? And I was thinking it'd be cool to have some sort of 3D rendering or like isometric line work as part of it that kind of incorporates the ideas of computer-aided design, that sort of thing. So I have all these kind of really nebulous ideas and no coherent way to make a tangible result. That's what I mean. I'm a little stuck today and yesterday. I'll get through that. You know, you kind of just gotta chip away at it. But that feeling of being stuck with an idea, it can be, it's like, you know, frustrating. I think drawing here is what I might want to try, although I'm not sure if it'll work. We shall see. The other thing is some of the, like this, sometimes you just get some good old coding block, just like a writer gets writer's block. Yeah, for sure. And it feels like this, I don't know what happens in your brain, but it's like I can't just turn a switch and become unblocked, you know? It just seems to, like, there's some subconscious thing that's going on that clicks away in the background and then suddenly you're unblocked again. But I do wish it would not happen. But I think there are ways around these sorts of things. Let's go with... Ooh, okay, so this is something. Not exactly what I'm looking for. Recompute. Oh. Okay. I don't understand. Okay. Well, there must be some way to do this. I actually don't want the template. Let's delete the template. Yes. That didn't do what I thought it would. Uh-oh. I'm not oh. Let's undo all that then. Weird. Okay. I'm not trying to actually make a 3D model. I'm just seeing how I can get, I know there's a way to do it. You can make drawings, like technical drawings, and save them out to SVG. So I'm playing around with the idea of having sort of these isometric technical drawings of, I don't know, like a mic kind of thing. Does that make sense? I also had this other idea of, so like, generating my own sort of icon set out of SVG, and so you'd want things like the heights and widths labeled on the edges like you might see in a schematic. Yeah, kind of. So kind of internet might be a little slow today. Don't know why. So the other idea I had was something kind of like this, where I generate this, maybe not. Yeah, something kind of like this, you know, where it's SVG icons. Probably a little cleaner design than those, but they're kind of randomly spaced to make a background that has a little more detail in it. That's one idea. And then, yeah, the CAD exploded view thing is kind of like something sort of stylized objects, kind of like this, but I don't know of what. Like, I was thinking of doing the mic and like a few little things like my glasses and my watch or something like that. So, but in an isometric line style. I don't know. I have no idea if that'll actually look cool. I think it will because I like the look of CAD drawings, but it might not. So that's the thing. See, something like this, it looks really neat, you know? But if it's just colored with the background kind of thing, what if you did a dynamically generated floor plan for a home in the background? Pretty easy to make in terms of just drawing lines. Yeah, that's true. It would bring it back just into a planar top-down view, right? That actually is not a bad idea. Where am I at here? Let's yeah, how could you let's see. I've also got this low-level anxiety about, like, I need to design and build a few things. My room is not organized the way I want. You know, that sort of stuff is just starting to get on my nerves. None of that is specifically stream related, but it's all up in the head, you know? But one step at a time, one chunk at a time is the right way to solve those sorts of issues. You know, you gotta take things not slow, but it's kind of methodical a little bit. I guess I'm feeling disorganized and I want to be more organized is the truth of it. Yeah, that'll happen anytime you move, right? I know if I move, I'm restless until I get everything unpacked. Yeah, that's definitely still a part of it. You know, like I think part of it is like, oh, I wish I could have gotten everything all sorted out and ordered nice and quickly and be like feel right at home really quick, but it just takes longer than that. And I'm still trying to, you know, be productive and run the channel and do my work and all that sort of stuff. So things just end up taking time. But hey, that's what can you do? That's how it's going for me right now. Never enough hours in the day. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Okay, so here's a little slice of something that I can do to keep spitballing ideas. Your dynamic floor layout type thing is a neat idea, and I can actually kind of cheat into 3D looking stuff. And by that I mean I can take 2D paths and run it through basically the set of things that'll create an isometric transform. And maybe that can kind of combine the top-down thing with the idea of isometric things, and then it gives me the ability to do some animation with it. So let's start with that. I can work with that sort of thing. So first thing I want to have a look at is what stuff do I need to copy from here into the other project. It looks like right up to here is basically everything. So I'm gonna cheese it today and literally do this up to here. And copy that into the stream. Isometric projection. I used the wrong keyboard shortcut. That was silly. So I'm bringing these things up. I want to be clear. I'm not actually like in a bad mood or anything. I just am feeling restless, right? Little anxiety, which I'm honestly quite used to. That happens to me from time to time. Oh, errors there. And there are, like things are actually pretty good. Like I've been on Twitter a little bit here and there, and some FreeCAD users are kind of interested in a bit of the work I'm doing, and I feel like I can, keep plugging away at videos, and those are going fairly well. So like there are good things happening, right? But the human brain likes to focus on the little things that aren't quite what you want some of the time. Funny how that goes. All right, let's have a peek at what's going wrong here. Undeclared var path string to commands. Oh, so this here, this is a thing that design-wise, I am always a little, I'm hesitant about. What do I mean by that? Here, with this here, I made this a private function, so it's not, like I know it exists, but you can't access it through the namespace. So it's not meant for the user, but should it be is the question I have. Either that or I am calling from the wrong namespace. Either one. Let's maybe I'm wrong about my own library. Let's see. There's nothing wrong with being a little anxious. It's kind of a thing for humans to experience. Plus, it's nice to just vent about frustration at times. If people didn't like to vent, therapists would be out of a job. Absolutely true. You're not wrong. And yeah, I'm venting a bit. That's a good way to describe it. I do not think that my Twitch chat is a therapist. That would be totally unfair for you and very unhealthy for me. But the point stands. Venting and talking through how you're feeling is an important thing. Sorry for the noise. My neighbors are doing something. But I don't want to close the window because I like the ambient temperature. Okay, let's fix these errors and see if we can get some kind of projection thing working and go from there. That'll be the next couple of steps. Totally certified, went to school for software. How different could it be to debug a person instead of debugging code? Oh my goodness, such risky thinking. I know you're joking. I know. But can you imagine? Oh my goodness. My chat window's not scrolling down. Please help. I think the biggest difference is we can't print out our debug logs, you know? Like we don't have access to that part of memory. Like we have to black box debug a lot of things. Okay, where did I put that? Path string to commands. It's gotta be somewhere. Okay, so this should probably be path. And then this has to be TF. This is also TF for transforms. And then this is path. Oops. This one, centroid, is in the transforms as well. This one's in path. See, this is what I reorganized my library into different namespaces, and old prototype things had to come on, why is my chat not scrolling? There we go. Yes, no? That's what venting is debug statements. I guess so, in a sense. Right, and then social etiquette rules are like the level, like the verbose setting, you know, for different levels of clarity, I guess you could say. How much is printed out. So the level of detail that you give to a friend is greater than to a stranger. The level of detail to a therapist is hopefully even greater. It's a flawless comparison, really. Okay, did that save? Oh, this is path. This is path. Let's see if that's all the same now. Slurp doesn't work. Oh, of course. That's file to path. This is Clojure script, not Clojure. So Clojure script doesn't have just in its main namespace, doesn't have a slurp function. I also don't even need this function in this scenario anyway. So we're just gonna get rid of that and then fix the other problems. Missed one. There we go. Exactly. I'll write a book about it. It'll be titled Debugging the Human Mind, a Developer's Approach. So I honestly, with the right approach, you could actually make that work somehow. That's pretty funny. That would be that'd be pretty great. Get into that self-help industry, you know? There's money to be made. Okay, so the functions are working, or I mean they're not reporting errors, I should say. Let's test this out. So path to isopath, it just transforms a 2D path, and it twists it into an isometric projection. That's the whole idea. I don't know why. Oh yeah, this stuff is a holdover from importing stuff from different spots. Is the noise like a big problem? If it is, I will close the window. Let me know. It's a little unfortunate. It's probably a good idea to close the window. Let me know your thoughts. I will close it if necessary. Anyway, right, so you give it an SVG path, it splits it up into its points. It's only a faint buzzing in the background sometimes. Okay. I will assume that it's fine. Oops. Maybe I can adjust the gain a little bit. Yeah, so it's on right now, but whatever. Yeah, so I can always lower the gain and bring the mic a little closer, so that'll reduce the outside noise a little bit. Hopefully that's not too bad. I also am bringing the camera in closer, which I don't necessarily need to do. This is me being professional. Oh boy. I think that'll be good for now. Yeah, I think they are running a chainsaw or weed whacker, one of the two. I won't be stubborn about the window. That helps a bit. Okay. So path to path points. Vec. Why do I want to vec that? I don't remember. But that's okay. That's fine. This one I don't think I need this at all. I mean, almost certainly not. And this SVG style, don't need that either. Okay, so let's just take this camera overlay thing and just apply the transform to it and see if it's working. And then if it is, we can start making some assets or something. Okay, so this camera, let's get this off of there. Right, let's do this. So we got the translate, and then we just do path to ISO path and see if that works. Whoa, it did. And I was genuinely surprised that it worked that smoothly. So, but you see what I mean now? This is it tilts it like this and kind of skews it, and that's an isometric projection. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Now let's have a first try. Yeah. Whew. Little step forward there. I'm curious if I comment this out and bring the other path in. Yeah, okay, so it's working with this path too. So you can see if I can animate, like if I can manipulate the shape of a path on its 2D points, it'll map just fine onto this sort of thing. So what can I do with that? What could be cool about this? can extrude and make the outer walls if you wanted to stick with the house design. That could work. Is that what I want to do? So I have this little idea in my head about doing I want to call it sort of a slice render. I am just to mock up the idea, kind of thinking like have to do all this. Oh, right here. So this translate, I want to translate it just, let's say up 10, I don't know. Yeah, and then if I do this one, 20, $30, that sort of thing. Just kind of throwing out ideas, don't feel like I need to. Oh, I'm not taking them as rote. I am using them. The gears are turning in my head, you know? Just spitballing. I appreciate the input for sure. So using this, so I'm literally copying and pasting and just moving things by 10, right? The obvious thing to do here is you can slap that into a loop or into a for expression and adjust things based on, I mean, you can adjust a few things at once. So for example, here I could do RGBA. I'm just picking random numbers here. I don't know what it'll look like, but start with a opacity of 1, and then as you go, adjusting that opacity, right? So, this is going to be wrong. It's hideous. I love it. Oh, I can also do this. Right, so 1, 0.8, 0.6, 0.4, and then 0.2. Right, so that's pretty neat. And then you could animate all of those. You could animate the RGBA out of phase, so it like waves through. So that's kind of neat. But let's not explore that too deeply. What I do still want to do, actually, what I would like to do first here is just have a look at. Let's make this color a little easier to see. Oh, that's not a bad color, actually. I kind of like that. Tone down that red a bit. Sure. All right, good enough. This is a strange thing to be testing the assets on, but whatever. Or testing this function on. It's not a big deal though. Right. So what I actually want to do is check how this works. If I don't translate it at all. Oh, it didn't make a difference? That surprises me. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, of course. Okay, so this has no impact on it because in here I have this rezero function built into the output, and that's not exactly what I want, although it does seem to mess up positioning. Oops. Is gone. This is not, it's actually, I will admit, not behaving the way I would have expected it to. I also wonder if the order, okay, so it's popping around, it's somewhere. Yeah, so that re-zeroing is actually probably a desirable feature. So let's uncomment that and leave it back in there. Let's just get rid of these entirely, the other ones there. Oops. Oh, geez. There we go. All right. Let's do this. So we should see it back on screen. That's good. I'm thinking through how I could turn this into something cool looking. Oh, here's, okay, so now let's start goofing around with, okay, so I'm gonna leave this camera overlay with this color because it's actually not a bad color, although colors are super easy to change later, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Leave this path on there, and I will take this away. Oop, and undo this. Okay. All right, we've got something that's working kind of okay here. Let's see. 2's probably too low. 5 maybe good. 3. 4 is probably the right size there. And let's do stroke width. We'll also do RGBA. Same thing. 90, 250. But we'll do it at 0.7 opacity. Oh, I don't know why I thought it was stroke width. That's not at all what I meant. That's the fill. That was a total brain fart there. Maybe much lighter. That looks kind of cool. Okay, it's a good start. Yeah, okay, good enough. Let's start playing with other ideas here. So cone. Okay, so now that I have some of these ideas in place, could be fun to play with different shapes and put them in for loops and kind of as you go up or down a stack, manipulate things like the color and size, so you can kind of get pseudo 3D shapes out of this. That seems like it could be fun. Let's give that a shot. So let's do cone, and I'll make it same construction here. It's gonna be, ooh, will this work? We have to find out. Oh, I also have to wrap it in SVG. Do that like this. Boosh. We'll just stick with 500 and scale size 1 as the sort of, maybe, no, let's do 300. So I kind of want to keep the size of the canvas I'm working with a little small so that I don't go overly detailed, because a lot of these assets I want to work at a small scale but also kind of look nice at medium scale as well. So I don't want to work super zoomed in, because then I could accidentally be too detailed, or maybe I'm thinking about it too hard. Either way, well, it's whatever. So let's do path slash I think I have a circle path here. I think this might break because translating arcs around might not work the way I want it to, but only one way to find out. Takes a radius, and it does generate a path, so that's a good starting point. Let's do 50. Start with these. Oh, of course this is not going to be right. I want to translate it to 150, 150. Center of this 300, 300. And cone I want to add into the dock here. Leave camera overlay, we'll do cone. I think, whoa, okay, that worked. We'll leave that there for now. Now, the moment of truth, as it were. Path to ISO path. It didn't work. And the reason for that, I think, is actually because probably if I evaluate these in the REPL here, oops, have to do it this way. See this? This is literally just 2 points. Starting point is this 3520, and the ending point is 0, 0. So it incorrectly converted the arc, the two arcs that make up the circle. So path slash circle path 50. It uses the A command in here, which is, it uses 2 A commands. So it draws an arc up and then an arc down at the, it's just 2 arcs butted against each other at the correct radius, so it forms a closed circle. So it works if you don't mess with it. But as soon as you start messing around with it, it's very clearly not working. And that is, I believe, because of some assumptions that I built into this approach here. So I start with the path, and if I do path to path points, it's probably in this function where it already breaks it. So let's zip around and find that. Oh, it's right up here. Okay, so destructures, it just digs into the path to get the string, turns the path string into commands, partition by, I'm pretty sure this just eliminates the Z, and then this partitions everything into individual paths, path commands, turns them into vectors, gets the inputs from all of those. Okay, well, let's actually run it instead of just trying to remember how I did this. Okay, so let's def A as path slash circle path 50. I think this isn't going to work the way I want it to with the arc implementation, no matter what. So what I might do is, let's see here, change my tack a little bit here. Does path have, do I have a regular polygon generation in here? I don't think I do. Okay, let's cheese it and copy that from the Forge prototype library. Search regular polygon somewhere in here. Here it is, regular polygon points. Generates regular polygons, and that is super useful. So you give it the radius and then you give it the number of edges. So I'll just copy that into here because this project is already just collecting functions in a messy way. I'm not gonna be too bothered by that. I'll let it be what it is. I'll put it right here. There's that REPL. So let's see that this works. Let's give it 10 and 30 ends. Okay, so that generate, or 30 points, that generates, oh, they're all 3D. So let's make them 2D because I don't need them to be 3D. That's ridiculous. It's not ridiculous, but this is just the 2D SVG stuff, so I'm not working in any 3D context anyway. Well, I kind of am, but I'm kind of not. I don't need it for this, is the point. Run that again. Oop. That looks more correct. I could, ooh. Oh wait, I do have a round function, don't I? Round, yes I do. Does it work? Oop, I don't want letters in there. Round. Call that third dimension. Yeah, it's I just got rid of it. I don't know why I wrote the round function arguments to be that way. That's confusing to me. So let's swap it around. Places, num. And let's do that to this, because if I'm doing stuff kind of generated in loops, there'll be a lot of point data generated, but I don't want to, I don't care about this amount of precision in the positioning of the points, so there's no need to waste space with all that extra, with all those extra characters. So I'll just round this whole thing to 3. Seems reasonable. Likewise with this. Did that work? Yes. Wait, did it work? Pump those brakes. Wait a minute. What's happening here? Oh, did I not reevaluate? Did I not eval the round? I might not have evaled round properly. There we go. That makes more sense. That makes a little more sense. Okay, so now I can use these bits of functions to make a kind of circle thing here that I can use to stack into a kind of cone. And then I could probably use some sine functions to, as you go up in height, you multiply the radius of that particular circle by the sine value at that point, and then you can make a wavy oscillating sort of thing. That would be fun. That could be neat. Then you could add some random numbers into there, and you get this sort of generative thing. Maybe I'm onto something here, but let's one step at a time, right? I'm already getting ahead of myself here, and I could wire up if I feel adventurous. I could wire the timer up to it. Might actually be pretty cool. Okay, so let's work on this cone, and instead of this circle path thing here, I'm going to replace that with path/path. Oh no, polygon path. Like that. But it's going to be like this. Creative juices are flowing. It's about to be a good and productive Friday. I hope so. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm on a decent path here. Things are feeling good. So let's do regular polygon points. Let's do a radius of 50 and 30. Should have a decent resolution. It should look okay. So let's save this. Not quite. Let's get this out of the way. Right, so it's rendering okay here. Let's peek at what this cone actually looks like here. Oh, why is I'm surprised to see that many decimal places there. Oh, okay. So, well, that's kind of out the window then, but whatever. The reason, if you look, my my SVG library translate and rotate transforms don't. They'll change the values of the floats and stuff here, and they do not themselves round anything. So actually what I don't want every function to apply its own rounding technically, right? Because you can accumulate error by things being rounded off every time. What would make more sense is through every step of the process, just let the number be whatever, and then at the last moment when you are going to produce some final output, you want the rounding to happen as late as possible in that chain. So what does that mean? I don't know, and I'm not going to think about it today. But I am going to put a note in my SVG library dev stuff here, because that would be the responsible thing to do. Oh, I should also fix these to-dos. I'm sure some of them are finished. Add rounding as late. Add rounding to reduce file sizes from path from points having too many decimal places. There we go. Good enough. Okay. Back to the stream here. Okay, now I do have this thing that's not a circle but looks like a circle, and I can prove that by reducing this number to, let's make it 6, so it'll be a hexagon. There it is. Now I have to figure out why this is messing up the shape of it. That one's a little strange to me, but that's okay. I can work with this. There's a way through this. There's a way around it. I can get there. Okay. See what the cone looks like. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. It's the right number of points. They're just wrong. Right? They're all, a bunch of them are the same. That doesn't make sense. Okay. Why might this be? We're almost there. We're almost ready to make some things look super cool. I'm excited about that. No, want to look at this here. Is there a partial round going on in the ISO? I put the rounding in only at this stage here in the regular polygon points, I believe. We can find out fairly simply. There is rounding happening here at round point. Oh no, that's just, sorry, that's a definition. I'm not sure if I used that. Round it to 5 decimal places. Let's get rid of, oh, here. Don't need to drop Z anymore because it's already 2D. I think that's probably what it was. Let's find out here. Let's have a little look-see. Oh, that's not going to fix it. I have to, well, let's save this. Thought that would be it. Oh, no. Sorry, that's not related. Or is it? Unfortunately, I'm now second guessing myself a little bit here. If I do this, I broke something. How did that happen? Sorry, I'm a little confused by this. I don't know what I changed. Okay. Oop, that's not at all what I meant to do. Okay. Okay, I'm getting too repetitive here. Let's see. Is it working in the cone? Yeah, see, I don't know why that is. But I'm going down a bit of a dead end there, so let's not do that right now. I'll just let this be as is. Oops, that's the wrong thing. I'll let that be as is. I'll look at this cone situation again for a minute. Is this working? That's working. Okay. Right, so it's somewhere along the transformation pipeline of path to iso path. Something changed. And I don't yet know what. Let me just sneakily try to add this back in here. If I make it 3D again, does that somehow magically fix it? I don't expect it to, but if it does, then I can kind of look through that again. Yes, let's try it. No, that wasn't it. No. Okay, so that's good. At least it wasn't that. Right, so now I've got to go kind of break this thing down one step at a time and see where things go wrong. That's the next step. Makes sense to me. All right, so here's a simple way to do it. It's not the most elegant way, but we can try to debug things by running a garbage function. One step at a time. Cut out early again, should be able to tune in longer next week. Best of luck with the rest of the stream. Have a good weekend. Hey Mike, thanks for tuning in. I always appreciate it. And have a good weekend. It's always nice to see you popping in, putting in that effort, so thanks. I hope your weekend goes well. Okay. Right. Okay, so this here okay. Right. Now we go like this. Don't re-zero. That wasn't it. Okay, so that's a bunch of points, but they don't look right. They don't look correct. Here, oop. Try this. Oh, I figured it out. I think I figured it out anyway. This here round point is wrong now. I have to do right. This has to be bumped like this, and now it should work. Path to ISO path. Please. Yes, there it is. Okay, got it. All fixed up. Whew. All right, now we've got something to work with. Let's do 100, and we'll do 30. Save that. There it is. Okay. Whew. Finally. Get rid of this. Well, that's not quite what I want, actually. Wait a minute, why would this be? Okay, these now, get rid of those. All right, now we're getting closer to what I want here, which is a good thing. Yeah, let's also save that. It won't make a difference here, but re-zero, I think, does it make a difference? Ah, okay. This is what I want to see. I want that to be centered around itself like that, and then there we go. That moves it to the exact center, and I can see that a little clearer by if I do this. Now it's, yes, okay. Now things are coming together a little bit. So, in order for this to work, Hey, Green Coder, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well today. Let's make this 800 by 300. I think that's pretty cool. And then this will make, oh, I don't know, 780? I think that's pretty good. It's the weekend, you can sleep late, no problem. Nice. Yeah, time for the weekend. The weekends are always a good time, right? I love the weekend. All right, let's try that. And I want to actually make this into a little let here. Just turn it into a function that takes I'm just trying to think how I actually want to do this. Well, let's do t. So let's just make the assumption that I'm going to parameterize this from 0 to 1. Why not? And then there, now I can cut this, paste it here. So this function t creates this thing. Oh, what a mess. I don't like that. Let's okay, so this is actually now any breakthrough progress on new projects and stuff? Green Coder? Is it you that's doing Girouette? I am sorry if I've asked you that before. Sometimes it's hard to remember screen names is all. I think it was your project, right? Yeah, Girouette. Cool. How's that going? I've noticed on Twitter a few updates here and there. It looks like you're making progress in a nice way. I hope you're feeling satisfied with the work, like with the progress. Okay, so here let's do for t range 0 to 1, step size of whatever. Do oh, wait a minute. I actually just want to do this, object t. And then now here I have to kind of convert this in a way that I want. You're also doing some hammock time on another project that's even more interesting. Ooh, hammock time. Do you care to share any details about it, or you want to keep that one quiet for now? Because I love hearing the ideas behind good projects. But yeah, if you don't want to, that's cool. You made a tweet about it? Take a look. I'll have to look that one up. I'll find you. Am I not following you yet? I thought I was following you. Well, maybe I'm typoing things here. 1 second. Or else I could do this after. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm following you. Oh, is that the event handler stuff that you're talking about? Oh, sorry, I missed you posted a link here. Let's see. Yeah, that's the event handler stuff. Nice. Ooh, well, that's exciting. I've got to keep my eyes and ears open for this one. There you go. Like the tweet. Oh, Twitter, what an interesting place. I'm getting distracted. All right. Oh, my computer is too slow. Actually, my computer is not too slow. The internet is too clunky. Doesn't look like, but it's a very useful idea. So I'll please focus on your task. Oh, it's okay if you distract me. I distract myself all the time. I'll have to read. I'll have to look at that tweet more thoroughly. But event handler stuff, I'll be honest. A lot of it it always feels to me like it's convoluted, and like it seems like, oh, you want to do this, but you have to do it over here, and then you have to do it over here, and then you have to do it over here. It feels like you have to spread the logic of what you want to achieve over a lot of different places. I'll admit it might be my own ignorance, but I've always found it a bit of a baffling thing. So if there's new approaches in that way, event handler stuff, that is intriguing to me, to say the very least. So here, I'm just making this function parameterized by t. As t increases, well, so this is a cone, right? So it's just it's a super simple thing. Let's do radius times t. Let's do this. This could work. Here we can just do times t, 100, but here we can do plus 3 times t, 30. The reason we need to do plus 3 is this here is the number of sides that the regular polygon will have, and you can't do a regular polygon with only 2 sides. 3 is the minimum. Otherwise it's just a line or an open shape, but that is not how I've implemented the function, so it won't work. So that's that. But now they'll just sit right on top of each other. I also want to translate them. And I realize here I shouldn't bake in a translate here except for the direction I want to move it. So this translate should be 0 in x and some maximum height times t. Oh, which I can parameterize with h there as well, which could be neat. Maybe. Let's see. So we'll do, is that what I want? Maybe. Why not try that? We'll see. Times th is the height. So it'll go blah, blah, blah in the height. So let's make the height 200 here. Technically I should also do, I should do it like this. Height, radius, and t. Where this is radius. So the height is 200, the radius I'll make 100, and then t is the range here. Will this work? Let's find out. I also do have to wrap this into so that I can put a translate here. tf/translate 150, 150 to center it. It didn't work. That's okay. Oh boy, zoomed way out here. Too many arguments to def. Oh, what went wrong here? What? I must be missing something. You can do let's inside of defs, can't you? Sorry, I might be missing something super obvious here. For T, oh, I did this wrong. I have to backwards. No, that's wrong as well. Sorry, I'm trying to remember the keyboard shortcuts for par edit. Indent to move in. Let's body. Oh yeah, I also, man, I totally butchered this. Yes, you're totally right. I have to do this. So now the SVG is wrapped inside there, but I also have to move this out of the for binding part here, like this. What a travesty that was. There we go. That looks cool. Well, that's pretty sweet. So let's just tweak the parameters a little bit here. Oop. Oh, that's the height, right? Of course. Let's do this. What? Nice. Yeah, it looks kind of fun, eh? I'm happy with it. Ready for Christmas. Yeah, totally. So I could make this, I could turn this into a nicer function, but it's proving that it's working at least a little bit, right? Which is good. This here should also be at least a minimum of 1, I guess. So let's do +1. So that should add 1. Oh, that's pretty lame looking triangle at the top. Do I want to do it that way, really? I don't. So let's leave that. And let's add way too many slices. There, now it's solid. So I could increase this here, so so it looks much smoother all the way, or I could bring it lower so that it looks chunky. And it looks super weird because you're getting, oh, this is gonna be this has to, I have to convert these into ints. I have to do math. I kind of don't think I should do this. Gonna sleep and I'll try the SVG library tomorrow. You want to play with it too? Int 3.5 also works. Oh, instead of math floor. Oops. Let's see. I think so. Math floor, let's say 3.53. Int 3.53. So that is always equivalent, I guess, eh? That makes sense. Cool. Yeah, because int is not a round function. It's almost always implemented as a floor, or like you basically just truncate, then you just lop off the decimal, which is equivalent to floor. Cool. Good call on that one. Yeah, if you get around to playing with the library, please feel free to post issues and stuff like that. Might be different for negatives. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, you're right. Good call. And that actually makes sense too, right? Yeah, so int just throws away the decimal data, but floor will move in the direction of the lowest. Yeah, so it is different. Yeah, so don't let me keep you much longer. Just if you're going to play around with the library, I would love that. I would love to see and hear anything you do with it. And I want to get it to a usable point, like a stable point. If there are bugs or things like that, it's helpful if you post an issue or send a tweet like, hey, this doesn't work. You don't have to fix anything yourself or anything like that, but hearing about where things break or don't work would be super helpful for me. But yeah, if you're just goofing around, right, then you might be able to find bugs that I don't know about. Anyway, cool. Sounds like fun. Yeah, and no pressure, of course, right? But it would be helpful. I think the thing that might be the weirdest to get used to is how I treat rotates as local first, if that makes sense. Like, what's a really quick example? I don't want to keep you much longer. So when you're playing around with it, just keep in mind this. Okay, let's take this as a very, very quick example. This purple rectangle here, if I do a rotate, hopefully it works. Yeah, it rotates about the center point of the shape, whereas normally if I were to just do an SVG rotate, by default it would rotate about the origin point of the sketch. So it's local rotation, not global rotation. So keep that in mind if you're playing around with it. That might catch you a little bit. And I have my reasons for doing it that way. I think I might want to plan on making it a toggle so that you could have the global approach or you could have the local approach depending on what you would want. But that's not implemented yet, so it's the local rotation first. Just as a heads up, that might be something that catches you. Anyway, that's all. I'll let you catch some sleep. Don't want to feel too tired on the weekend, right? Have a good day. Yeah, you too. Thanks for tuning in. It's really nice to see you here from time to time, Green Coder. Always appreciate it. I always like it. The engagement is fun. Oh, that looks nice, actually. I like that. I wonder if I could make a sphere with these approaches as well. Let's try it. I'm gonna be right back and go to the washroom for a minute. Then I had an idea. I shan't be long. All right. Let's mess around. Well, let's do two things. Let's make a sphere object, which doesn't need a height. It just needs a radius. And this translate only goes to R, so that's easy to start with there. And oop. That makes sense there. This is still going to look like a cone. Because I have to make a circle, or I have to make the circles go from 0 to radius at half t and then back down to 0 at 1t. So the way to do that is this should be obvious. Why is my brain not thinking about this? Is it math sign? 0 is 1. No, 0 is 0. 1 is whatever. Sine half. Oh, these are math slash sine, math slash pi is 0. Right, so math pi times, let's say t is 0, right? Then you get 0. As t is 1, it's also 0. And then t is half, you get 1. There we go. That's what I need to do. I need to do a let inside here, basically. Or parameterize this. No, I'll do it in here. It's a little nicer, I think. Right, so we've got this let. Oops. Let t be. Oh, wait a minute. Should I do that? Let's do let n be math slash sine of t times math slash pi. N's maybe a bad, I don't know what to call it. A. Let's do A, sure. And yeah, so it's A. Is this gonna be correct? Not quite. Let's think about this now. Oh, did I break the whole thing? What? Well, where did I go wrong? Invalid array length. Right, where am I going wrong here? Let's see. Oh, this here. There we go. Is it 2t? Am I missing something really obvious here? Let's see. Oh, well, wait a minute. So let's ignore that. Some of these they're not. No, that should also be. This translate should be just regular t. There we go. That's right. It looks super weird because it's not proportioned correctly necessarily, but oh, the height should actually be 2 times the radius. Yep, there we go. That is correct. Okay. Yo, so sweet. So happy about that. Okay, so we got a cone and a sphere that actually, whoops, that's way too small. That actually works, which is pretty nice. It does look a little too pointy, but you know what? It's just gonna be fine for now. Let's make the radius a bit smaller. I'll zoom in back to normal size there. T times 2 times r. Yeah, that is correct. I gotta say, I'm pretty pleased with myself. That's pretty cool. Good proof of concept. Excuse me. What next? Ooh, I know. Let's mess around with some animation now, shall we? If I do I want to animate this regular polygon. It translates fine here. Let's do animate. Oh, I can't. Wait, yes, I can. Okay, this one's gonna be wild, I think. So let's turn this back into a constant. Let's just keep that at 20. Let's comment out this animate for a moment because it's gonna mess things up otherwise. Invalid keyword. Don't read it while it's commented out. So rude. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is constant. Yeah, let's make it smoother. That looks nicer. Okay, so we'll leave it there. Let's try now. So what I want to do is animate this to be all right. Let's shape A is this. Is this regular polygon points, AR 40. Shape B is almost exactly the same, except it's going to be 1 minus AR is shape B. So here we start with shape A. Then when we animate the, what do I need to pass into the animate thing? Do we have an example, anyone? Anyone? Bueller. I did not keep any examples. Flawless, really. Let's have a look. At the animate tag. Attribute name, that's what I'm trying to think of. Now here, things are a little different. This is going to look really messy. So I'm going to fix it a little bit. So here, yeah, we've got to do this. Thread this regular polygon through path slash polygon path. Then thread that through get in 1D. No, sorry, that's not correct. I don't want to do that. I want to do this. And then do the same here. Like this. Then here, path slash polygon path. Get rid of this. And then down here in values, I have to do string join with semicolon the list, the result of, let's do map get in 1D, get in map keys. So it has to be like this, get in boosh This is wildly confusing. Is it gonna work? I don't think it is. But let's press on and find out. Let's do duration as 5 seconds. We'll find out quickly. Repeat count. Let's make it indefinite. I expect some failure of some kind. Indeed, that is what I see. I also realize this is not correct. It's just not going to work this way. These are the wrong paths. I need it to be like this. I need these to exist too, like that. Here. Then that should at least be closer to correct. I need to check now. This should work, right? Yeah, okay, so that works. If I do SB, does it work as well, but invert? Yes, okay, that's cool. Right, so the idea or the hope was that it would oscillate between SA and SB. But the animate function isn't, or the animate setup doesn't work yet. I honestly thought it would. That's okay though. Let's evaluate it in here and see what happens. Path is not sequable. I must have done this incorrectly. See here. Oops. Okay. Let's do it like this. So now I need to do get in a 1D. Yeah. All right, so I messed I messed something up and I have to check what that is. So these each should be fine. It's right here, map get in this 1D over. Is that not correct? I need to check this down. This is going to be wrong, but I'm going to check it this way. Oop. Oh, shoot. Well, that's weird. Oops. Stop. This should work. This shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Let's do SB because it looks cool. Let's also bump this up so that there's fewer to mess around with. Maybe something like that. It's pretty cool. Whew, that looks cool. I love that. Oh, that's nice. Looks neat. It looks neat. I do want to try figure out this animate thing though. I'm a bit bummed to be honest. Instead of outputting any of this, I just need to see what it's actually trying to, like what actually happens here on this. Right? So if I do this, comment that out. Actually, I may as well just properly get rid of it so that I don't overly confuse myself here. Function, that's the object. Oh, and then I do need this back, this for loop without the translate. Okay. Oh, no, I don't need a whole for loop for it. I'm just going to do object 0.5. Oh. course. It does seem to work, kind of. Yeah, it is working. I thought so anyway. Right, so string / join sphere 2. That is the animate part. So the value I want it to animate from is this path, string, to some other one. Oh, it's also not quite right. Even if I was on the right track, I actually need this to be ABA. That's not gonna fix it though, I don't think. No. No, it isn't. Path is not isequable. Let's just do this. Let's try polygon path of regular polygon points and then I try animate it. I'll just pass it a nothing. Oh. Well, it's supposed to work. Okay then. Okay. Let's just do this instead of what am I missing? It's surely not even that hard. It's what if I literally send in an animate with nothing? Path is not sequable. Even, yeah, that still won't fix it. It's something wrong with animate, unfortunately. Okay, let's take out the animate part. Put that back in there. Sphere 2. The reason is what? Object 120 at some t value. I don't quite understand what's happening. Let's def A as sphere 2. What? Oh, oops. So A is this path. Let's try to wrap A correctly in an animate. It's working. What's going on? Oh, but okay, well that's a little unfair. I have to actually try to do this, right? Oh, let's change it to this. Let's do this like this. This didn't work. Right there. That's working. It works in the REPL. Oh boy, I'm just missing something. It might be so obvious, and I'm just not getting there right now, unfortunately. That does mean it's probably almost time to go, but I want something moving on the screen before I quit. What is happening in here? What's happening? This is clearly wrong. That worked. Wait, let's see. Animate, values, whatever. Is that... right. So it's right here. This is the part that's going wrong? Really? Huh. Okay, well, we're on the right track, but we're not there yet. This might be because I don't have... might not be able to do a translate when I have an animate excuse me. Apologies for that. I'm a little tired. A little tired of all this today. Let's try the sphere thing, sphere 1, without that part of translate. So weird. I love it. Okay, so the only thing I can't do then is translate. And that would be almost certainly because of the animate stuff. So what I might be able to do instead is actually get it where I want by temporarily solving the problem by doing this. Not a permanent solution, but something. That'll work, right? Oh, it doesn't move it. Why not? Oh well. Well, let's do that. Let's mess around with one final thing. And that'll be... I kind of want to offset this. Is this going to work? No. Oh, I need to phase it differently. I need it to be plus. Right. I don't need to do another plus a. I need it to be like plus mass slash pi times 0.25 or something, right? I'm missing something. I'm getting I want, if I do duration 5, does that work? Okay, so let's try rand int. Okay, something's clearly not working anymore. Why are they all going exactly the same? They shouldn't be. Oh, I'm changing the thing. I'm changing stuff in the wrong spot. That's why. Okay, let's have a look at this one. It looks so weird. Let's try. Let's leave this as -1 and this as a. So it's the normal sort of thing, but let's change duration to a rand int 5. I don't know if it'll work. It's gotta be let's do 3 plus rand integer 3. So they all move. It doesn't look good. Yeah, no, that's not cool. Let's do 7 as the duration. What I actually need this, what I kind of want is like this, not where they're all going exactly the same. So the way to do that is it is to phase it, right? I think that's right. Oh no, that's not it. There we go. That's something. Yeah. So times t. Oh, but it doesn't go evenly. Let's do this. Now I'm just messing around with different combinations of waves. It looks cool, but it's not the effect that I want. But that's okay. This is good groundwork for some actual animation, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, I'm gonna get going. Have a great weekend, everyone. And thanks for tuning in. Give the channel a follow. That sort of stuff is always helpful. All right. Yep. Have a good weekend.